Organisations use business information in many ways to help them become more effective. Four of the most important ways are operational support, analysis, decision making and gaining an advantage. This section explains each of these terms and gives examples of how a business might use them. When monitoring and controlling its activities, a business can make immediate use of the information from its operational support system to make a minute-by-minute or hour-by-hour decisions. For a restaurant, for example, some of their products are freshly prepared while others are cooked in batches or need time to defrost. If customers' orders are recorded on an EPOS or electronic point of sale system, which is an automatic till system used in many shops and restaurants, then an operational support system can alert the restaurant management as to when they need to cook or defrost more bulk products. Analysis is where the business regularly does the same or similar processing of data. This is typically to identify patterns or trends and to monitor the business. A business might produce a weekly sales and cost report. This should show a trend of whether profits are increasing or decreasing and whether increased sales drive up costs. For example, a restaurant chain might use analysis to compare the performance of similar restaurants, to compare one restaurant against regional or national average, or to identify the impact of promotions on sales and costs. Analysis may also be used to identify patterns, such as the increase in sales at Christmas or Easter. Analysis can be a powerful tool to predict sales and demand in the future, which in turn helps the organisation to know how much stock to buy in, what staffing is required, and what advertising needs there are. Information systems can support decisions making when a problem or issue arises and management needs to take action to resolve it. This is typically done on an ad hoc basis as problems arise. Management can take these decisions at various levels: operational, tactical, or strategic. For example, the management of a restaurant chain might want to reduce costs. They might decide to do this by a reduction in the hours that some of the restaurants are open. They could decide when to close some of their restaurants by looking at information on sales and cost by the hour of the day, by day of the week, and by branch. They could open later or close earlier if sales and less direct costs are low. This could be operational for one branch, tactical for a group of branches, or strategic for region or nationally. This is opposite to resolving a problem in that it is about taking advantage of external or internal events. It is done on an ad hoc basis and when opportunities arise. It is also used to identify patterns or trends, this time with the aim of making decisions to benefit from these events. For example, how should the restaurant respond when the local football team gains promotion to the Premier League? Should management employ more staff or open longer hours on match days? Should they advertise more at the club ground, or should they do special promotions? Another example is if a competing chain goes out of business. What action should the restaurants near the former competitor take? What might be the effect of these actions?